You went to military school?
Just for a semester when I was 14. Yeah.
What would you do to get put over there?
I got kicked out of the 8th grade for fighting with a kid, and then I had a bamboo, like, bong, like a homemade bamboo bong in my book bag, and I tried to hide it in the principal's office because I had gotten in a fight. I had it in my book bag, and I tried to hide it in a plant to make it look like it was a decoration.
Oh, that's pretty smart,
yeah,
actually.
It is actually pretty intuitive. And I had just gotten my shit rocked. So it's like, I mean, to have that level of cognizance after you just got totally beat down. I tried to put the kid in a trash can. It was a whole thing. Because when you're in the heat of the moment, not to get away from what we were talking about, I got hit real hard and it kind of dazed me. I was like, oh, I got to pick this dude up. So I tried to pick him up and put him in a trash can. I'm like, stay. And it didn't work.
Why did he hit you in the first place?
I threw a kickball at his girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
And I just
Why'd
thought
you
it
do
was
that?
being funny. I thought it was being funny.
Okay.
Were you yearning for her attention?
Yeah, we used to kiss in computer class. And I thought maybe I could win her back if I hit her really hard with a kickball. And wasn't the best method because it made her mad. Then word got back to Kyle, and Kyle rocked my shit. We got in a big fight, knockdown, drag out.
Yeah.
Cool for him, though, for standing up for his lady.
That was pretty sweet. Everyone really admired Kyle after that.
Kind of like a knight.
Yeah.
Like the bravest knight, bro.
It was admirable.
Yeah.
Was it 8th grade?
8th grade. And so I put a bamboo, and then they immediately came out and said, "Did you put that there?" And I was like, what? Put what? Put who there? Plant? I was like playing Too Dumb. What is that? Who would make that? So I got kicked out for that, and then I went to freshman year of high school for 2 weeks, and I got kicked out for drinking Robitussin at the football game. So, yeah, me and my friend were on a bunch of Tuss, and they caught us.
Tuss.
How'd they catch you?
He was really sloppy with it. I had a really good Tuss tolerance, so I was really put together, and he was not. He couldn't handle it. And a funny thing about that, so we're leaving, and he's like clearly intoxicated, and the police guard guy stopped us, and he goes, "You guys okay?" And he goes, "Tell me your names." And he goes, "Casey Rocket." and I go, "So do I tell him your name?" 'Cause how long is this ruse going to go on? It's like, we can't tell our parents. Our parents will know that I'm not you know, that whole thing. So then I had to go for a semester because I couldn't go back to public school.
Is your last name Rocket?
So
Is this? Is it you?
You don't have to
a
say
pseudonym?
either if this is a Batman thing, dude. Don't say it.
it's a long story.
All right, say no more. I understand.
Yeah.
You don't want it. You don't want the real one out there.
No, absolutely not. But all my friends called me Rocket in high school. So
That's sick. That's such a good name.
It's so
Casey
sick.
Rocket.
How'd you
Yeah.
swing that name?
I told a substitute teacher that was my name as a joke because they all, they always say, "Does anyone go by any nicknames when they're like trying to be cool?" I was like, "Yeah, I go by Rocket, like the ship," and everybody loved that. Yeah. So then I became Rocket and started a new chapter.
We just came up with a sick nickname before we got in here. The Playbook.
Yeah,
Start using that one.
Yeah.
Dylan the Playbook Walker. That's such a sick name.
The blueprint. Yeah.
Start calling. Oh, I like the
That's pretty
blueprint.
sick.
Wait, can
Yeah.
I introduce you guys to Cornelius the Knowing over here before we get started?
Yeah, please. And would you like some delicious beach drink?
I'll take a cup.
Beach drink.
So this is Cornelius the Knowing. He feeds on knowledge, and I just thought before we fire him up, maybe we pass him around and everyone whispers a secret into him.
Sure.
Just so he can eat.
Trying to catch me on a hot mic, Mr. Cullen. No, thank you.
Please. No, please whisper something. Whisper a secret.
Oh, they have to hear it.
Yeah. Whisper it into his snout, please. Into the snout hole.
Actually?
That's where he
And
feeds
why
from.
don't you kiss it while you're at it?
Don't do that.
You don't have to.
Ignore the witch.
You don't have to.
I'm so torn right now.
Trust yourself.
Something nasty. A nasty little secret. Those are his favorite snacks. Those taste better. A little bit of nasty gossip.
I'm joking. I'm blowing it. I can't think of anything.
Whisper something nasty.
I can't even think
Okay,
of.
let Casey go first then.
Yeah, you gotta go
Let the
first.
funny guy go
God,
first.
I just blew it.
The freakier the secret, the better, right?
Holy
It tastes better
shit.
for
It makes it more
Cornelius.
full if it's freakier.
I was actually trying to think of a real secret that I had as a boy.
Dude.
instead of like a made up thing.
No, dude, it should be a nasty little personal
Now I'm
secret.
trying to follow your lead. When I was born, my legs were twice the size they are now. Okay. It felt good to talk about my legs. I haven't talked about that in a long time.
Yeah. So break that down.
So I came out legs first, and they kind of stretched me, Stretch Armstrong style, and my head was stuck in the uterine lining, and they pulled one leg out, which so I was kind of split, and they pulled one leg out, and that made it a lot longer, and then they got me out safely, and then they stretched the other one to make sure they were even. And I woke up, and here I was.
How old? You woke up
two.
about 5 minutes ago?
Yeah. And then I woke up about 5 minutes ago.
You cooked in there for a while then.
I was marinating, and the doctors were shocked that I was able to survive so long on placenta and blood oil.
You'd be shocked.
Some would be.
You can live in the woods for that for a long time.
You can.
I slept on a bed of leaves.
What was the weirdest part about military school? I'm very curious. Where
Yeah,
was it?
that's blowing my mind right now.
Yeah, so I went for 6 months, and it was, you lived there, and the first day they shave your head. It's like joining the military, and then for the first month you can't talk. You're not allowed to speak.
To anyone?
Anyone. You're not allowed to audibly speak words. So you're called a rock, a recruit on campus. And so I'm bald, I'm new, and everyone's real tough. Everyone's like trying to be real tough. And you have to eat square meals. So like scoop with fork, up to mouth, up, down, scoop with fork, up, spaghetti fall.
That's crazy.
Yeah. The not talking was the biggest part, but at night we would whisper because we had roommates. Hey, don't tell them I'm talking to you. Yeah. When I was born, my legs were twice the size. Yeah, it was really intense. Yeah, and then we had to like work out a lot and like run or whatever. One time they caught us dipping and we had to run 7 miles.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was tough.
I'm picturing like Full Metal Jacket. Did you have any of the? Did you have any? What's his name? The guy Pyle.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Private
people who, like,
Pyle?
lost it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one guy who was like the all-American boy, and I don't even know why he was there. And he was so funny and he was so outgoing. And then one day he totally snapped, and he was mopping the hallways naked, and like had a complete mental break. And I think he like mutilated his private, like he had some stuff going on, like that was like pretty serious stuff.
Well, I think I know why he was sent there in the first place.
Yeah, for mental health reasons.
Sure.
Yeah, and when you're a kid, like, I don't know, it's hard to tell if you're just being like wild or maybe like a little schizophrenic.
Yeah.
So maybe he was just, there was a ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
But he lost it real bad. And yeah, people would like run away. One kid tried to hang himself with a bungee cord, which was like funny.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Like, it
pretty
didn't
brutal.
work. Yeah.
It's just like a baby in one of those bouncer things.
And everyone gave him so much shit after that. As you could imagine.
no.
That was the worst decision you could have made because it made his life so much worse.
How did he get caught?
They apparently his roommate walked in and he had hung it around the closet and he was literally just like like it didn't work. It sounds like a bit. It's not a bit. He was too big for it. He kind of weighed a lot.
I'm picturing Frank when he's in the closet.
Yeah. Yeah, and he was just kind of crouching.
my buddy went to military school for, I think, half a year maybe, and got branded with coat hangers.
Oh, wow.
A lighter and 2 coat hangers, and they put a brand on him, and it did not heal properly, so it's a sight, yeah.
It was on his back?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, there was a lot of body boxing, a lot of, people would do like branding, a lot of lighter burning and things like that. Everyone was really upset to be there. Yeah. It was like a little prison for bad kids. But everyone was so cool because it was all bad kids.
Who's the worst?
Who was the worst?
Yeah.
Oh, we all went by last names. There was a sergeant who was awful, and I would make my bed real nice in the morning, and he would walk in and go, "Oh, that's a nice bed." And he'd flip it and he'd go, "No," and then I'd have to make it again. He was terrible.
How old was he?
So it's run by older kids. So it's like a kid-based military system. So it's kid army. And so he's probably 17 and I was 14. So the older you are, like the more rank you have. And yeah.
Could they have like deployed you? How does this work? Or is it just like a camp?
So I think if you do join the military when you turn 18, your rank would be higher for having gone there.
But you joined when you were 14?
Yeah. So I'd have to stay a couple more years probably.
How does that work? Are you like forced against your will to go there? Like
Yeah, because you're like a ward of the like.
you have to cut your dick off if you want to leave.
Yes. There's a dick-based barter system, and you have to leave it, and it has to weigh as much as 5 guns. So if it doesn't weigh as much, you have to stay for 6 more months of winter. So it's brutal.
It's just Maze Runner, man. Sounds like Maze Runner.
Yeah, there's like an Indiana Jones-based weight system where you can snap it off there. But yeah, so if you were to join the military, I think you could join as like a sergeant or something. Like it would raise your rank.
Yeah.
How'd you get out?
Because you've already been there. So after 6 months, I was able to go back to public school. Because when you're like kicked out of public school, you can't go back for X amount of time. So then my father allowed me to go back to public school.
That's nice.
And then I made it the rest of my high school experience. I didn't have to go back. So it was good.
Did you learn anything from it?
Not really. I got really, really strong. I was shredded. I could do 35 pull-ups in a row, and everybody loved it.
Damn.
Everybody was going crazy.
That's impressive.
I'll send it in a minute, but you just have to believe me.
Damn. And then after that, what
I'd
did you
love
do
to
after
see
high
it.
school?
I
No,
went
I'm
to Georgia Southern, and I was there for 5 years, graduated journalism.
Sick.
GSU. Mm-hmm. So I would write feature articles and stuff and try to be a journalist.
Did you ever do any journalism?
No. I worked for the school magazine. I worked my way up to editor. So I had people
Whoa.
I had people working under me.
Sick.
And
And you took out the abuse that your sergeant gave to
I
you.
was absolutely wicked. Yeah.